Hi viewers, and welcome back. As you can see, I'm super excited today. One reason is we're not driving anywhere. I'm sitting still on my couch in my house. Crazy, I'm wearing my glasses today. Don't have my contacts in. Also, different than normal. And the one big thing, you heard that was just my, my phone dropping. The big thing about today is we finally hit the 100-pound loss mark. As of this morning, we've lost 100 pounds. That is mind-boggling to me. I have never in my life thought, you know what? I'm gonna lose 100 pounds. It's never crossed my mind. Like even when I started this whole like weight loss surgery like path, I never thought 100 pounds, we can do that. You know what I mean? And also, it's been less than 6 months since we had the surgery. When you look at the paperwork, when you're looking at the weight loss surgery and they tell you, you know, like with your body size and everything that's going on, the potential, you know, like the statistics is you'll lose 100 and 110 pounds. You're thinking, okay, you know, maybe I won't meet the statistics. Maybe I will, I don't know. But like when you start the process, you see a little bit of weight loss here, you see a little bit of weight loss there, and like you're sticking to it. You're doing your due diligence with the diet, the exercise, and everything. And then like it just keeps falling off, and it just keeps falling off, and it just keeps falling off, and you're thinking like, wow, we're moving along. Like, you know, first you hit that, I've lost 50 pounds. I've lost 60 pounds. I've lost 70 pounds. And then like it starts hitting home like, oh, I've lost 80 pounds. I've lost 90 pounds. And then right before we hit this 100-pound mark, for the last week and a half, we've just been inching and inching and inching and inching forward, to the point where I didn't know if we were gonna cross the line. I even gained 1.5 pounds over a span a couple days, and I was like, well, you know, there it is. I found where the roller coaster bottoms out and starts climbing up again. And I was upset because we were so close. Literally, I was at 98 point something pounds. I think it was like 98.6 or 98.4. And it was like, oh, so close. So close. And you know, but I was like, who's gonna complain about losing 98 pounds? You know what I mean? Who's gonna be like, oh, I'm upset because I only lost 98 pounds, not 100. Like, dude, it's 98 pounds. I am substantially smaller than I was when we started this process. Like, even if you go back and watch weight loss vlog 1, 2, 3, my face is like this freaking big. You know what I mean? So like, just sitting here, you can see, you can't see on camera because of the shadows, but I have collarbones. You can see my collarbones. You can see my neck. This is stuff that wasn't going on last time. You know what I mean? Hold on, Darla, I'll be right there. She's ringing the bell. She wants to go outside. Come here. Come say hi to everybody. Come here. Or don't. So, you know, I was really hoping. Now, granted, when I was inching towards the 100-pound mark, I really kind of fell off the wagon for diet there for a little bit. And I don't have anybody to blame but myself. I don't have anybody to blame but myself because I was cooking unhealthy things because I wanted to. So, for instance, we did a brisket on the smoker, and I didn't trim as much fat off as I should have. And then when I went to eat it, you know, I would take the fat off then, but brisket isn't a lean meat, and I'm supposed to be sticking to lean meats. Just, you know, just supposed to be doing that. I wanted to cook the brisket because I've never done one, and I love brisket, and my buddy brought it over, and it was just a big to-do. It turned out amazing, don't get me wrong, I love it, but it wasn't what I was supposed to be doing. It's not lean, and so the week that I was eating the brisket and things of that nature is when we kind of gained a little bit. I wasn't doing well with no sugar added or low sugar things. I drank a couple different coffees from Dunkin' that time, and yes, I don't put sugar in the coffees, but I do get like the French vanilla swirl creamer, which is high in sugar itself. So instead of putting sugar on top of sugar, I was just doing one sugar, which is not good, let's be honest. So like I've been making more coffees at home where I use Splenda and fat-free half and half and just not much of it. So like limiting my sugar there. I haven't done any carbonation, any sodas, anything like that. I did, actually, thinking about it, not only did I do the Dunkin' Donuts coffee, but I saw one of those little glass bottles, kind of like the Starbucks, I don't even know what to call them, cappuccinos, lattes, whatever it is. Tried one of those. It was not sugar-free, and so, I mean, it tasted good, but you know that's not healthy. You know that's not what you're supposed to be doing. So I don't have anybody to blame for that inching towards 100 but myself. And then the last couple days I've got myself back on track, eating better meals, eating more regularly. Like there was a couple days where I would eat 1 or 2 meals a day and that was it. And that's not healthy either. You know, I'm not getting that many calories in, and by not eating as many meals throughout the day, I'm kind of putting my body into starvation mode. And that's not healthy either. I need the constant kind of meals coming in to keep the metabolism going, and to keep healthy, really. So, you know, yes, there were things that I could have done better, and it's still a work in progress. I'm not perfect, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying my best here. I'm still craving carbs, even though it's been 5 months, I'm still craving carbs. I still want my grilled cheese. Like last night, my wife had French fries, and man, did they look good. But did I try one? No. She even offered one. And she said, "You want to try a little bite?" I said, "Nope, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it." So little stuff like that, where I am making healthy decisions on some hands, but bad decisions on others. So it's still a learning process. You know, I don't want to fall back into the pit of weight gain. I don't want to go back to where I was before. You know, like I don't ever want to be bigger again. And I think feeling how I feel now, seeing what I see now, being happy with seeing myself in pictures in the mirror, like it used to be that somebody would take my picture, I wouldn't even ask to see it, didn't want to see it, never wanted to see, because I knew as soon as I saw a picture of myself, I'd be like, ugh, can't stand it. Now it's to the point where people are like, let's take a picture, and I'm like, hell yeah, let's get a picture. And then I want to see it because I want to see myself through another perspective. Obviously, looking yourself in the mirror, you're still seeing that 2D image where, you know, you're not as far back as you can be. And so seeing pictures of yourself from a standoff perspective, like you're like, wow, I don't feel as good as I look almost. You know what I mean? Like I look pretty good to me. I'm really happy with where I'm at. Even if I didn't lose any more pant sizes, shirt sizes, anything like that, I'm okay with that. I feel good where I am. Like, you know, I don't know how to explain it, but I'm not ashamed of my body anymore. And I really was for a long time. I've got some pictures here to show you that I made yesterday in anticipation of hitting the 100-pound mark. I took some pictures. Now, granted, the before pictures are from way back. They are not near surgery, but I I didn't really lose any weight from when those before pictures were taken to before surgery. I probably even gained some. So these don't even tell the full story. But they're the only pictures that I had pre-op that I was more exposed, if you know what I mean. Like I had small shorts on, no shirt, and I actually did a side-by-side, like a profile view. I didn't do many profile views. So this one really kind of hits home from, excuse me, I'm stretching, from where I was to where I am now. It's crazy. I still don't really believe it. My brain, I still have a fat brain. My brain still tells me all the time that like I'm not as small as I was.
Jonathan Wade. He's a hot.
Sorry. I have to be constantly reminded that I'm not the size I was anymore. Like the other day I had to squeeze between a vehicle and a piece of machinery. And when I first glanced, there was like, there's no way I'm gonna fit there. And I was like, well, you know, only thing to do is to try. And like, not only did I fit, but I didn't even struggle. Like it was like, I was like, oh. And then I turn around and look at that space again, and the space looks really small. It's like, even after I fit through there, I'm thinking, how in the hell did I fit through there? I just want to say thank you for joining me through this journey so far, being here, you know, this giving me some kind of accountability. You know, even these videos aren't making big waves in the YouTube world, and I wasn't expecting to become famous over, you know, putting up a weight loss vlog. But the main reason I even started this was just accountability. You know what I mean? Like having to report to people who I don't really know or I do know, but having, we'll put it this way, having public record of my wins and fails and shortcomings and goals and, you know, milestones. So having something that I can look back on in the future and look at myself and say like, I've come a long way, I've done a lot, you know what I mean? But also if I could be some kind of encouragement to someone else who's worried, struggling, contemplating. Let me put it this way, okay? Knowing what I know now, even though it's only been 6 months into this thing, knowing what I know now, I would do it all again immediately. If I woke up tomorrow back in January, pre-op, and was, you know, like obviously nervous of what I was gonna be and what I was gonna do and how it was gonna work. Knowing what I know now, I'd be like, shh, ain't nothing. Let's do it today. You know, let's not wait till next week. Let's do this now. And I want to tell everybody else that's struggling with the same thoughts and weight issues is do it. You will not believe the level of comfort there is when you lose this much weight. My whole body just feels different. Like I can be, so it used to be hard for me to tie my shoes without sitting down. You know what I mean? Like I'd have to sit down, pull my leg up to myself to tie my boots. Now I can do it standing, I can do it sitting, I can cross my legs without like, you know, not the female way where, you know, your legs are kind of sitting like this, but like that, while sitting comfortably. I have a lap. I can put my laptop in my lap and it stays, it doesn't fall off. And I know this sounds weird, like people who don't struggle with weight issues, they'd go like, what do you mean you don't have a lap? Like, no, my belly was so big that I had a couple inches of leg above my knee. That was it, like this much space above my knee. And now, like, my whole leg is available to set something on. When I'm riding in the ambulance, you know, when I go to do my reports, I can cross my leg, put my ankle up on top of my knee, set the iPad in that little crook and sit there and type. Never been able to do that before, and it's just mind-boggling that I can now. If I drop something in a vehicle, it used to be I'd have to get out of the truck or ambulance and retrieve what I wanted, then get back in. I can actually bend over and reach the floor because my belly's not inhibiting me to bend over. And little things like that you wouldn't think of. You know what I mean? Like, I can't even wrap my head around that I was so immobile for so long that I don't understand how I lived that long. I had to jog the other day. I was deep inside a building, doing work-related things, but my ambulance was outside, and I got a call, and so like I literally jogged from the inside of the building all the way out to the outside of the building, and got in the ambulance. And even though I jogged, I wasn't even out of breath. Like, I wasn't even tired. Just I got in, dropped it in drive, and went. And like, I even thought to myself and said to my partner, like, I haven't jogged that far in forever. Because I couldn't, you know what I mean? Like, I would have not only been super winded, but my knees would have started hurting. I would have been, scared that my knee would have dislocated. I have bad knees anyway. They can dislocate while I'm running. But like, the fear isn't even there anymore because it's 100 pounds lighter. 100 pounds makes a big difference. So, you know, if you're finding my videos and you're scared about going through the surgery, I'm not going to say don't be nervous. I was nervous. I would still be nervous going under because you're going under. But don't be scared of the process. Don't be scared to find a new life. Don't be scared to live a new life. Don't be scared to start over. But don't use this as a quick fix. It's not a quick fix. You know, this is a life change, not a magic pill. You have to make steps to make it better. You have to stick to the diet. You have to have the willpower to tell yourself no a lot. And how I did this, and I think I've talked about this before, is I made things that weren't on my diet list in my brain. I made them deadly, like they were poisonous. If I pick up, a potato chip, it's going to kill me. If you eat that, you're gonna die. Just, input whatever it is. If you eat that, you're gonna die. And that's kind of how I was with my weight loss. My weight gain. I didn't care anymore. I was in a land of depression. There was a lot of life struggles happening, and I just didn't care anymore. I was finding refuge in comfort foods, and it didn't bother me that I was eating 3 times what a normal person would eat, let alone a post-op person. I was eating 6 to 7 times what a post-op person would eat. I was eating 3 times what a normal person would eat. And there's no telling that there was weight gain because I was just gorging myself all the time. And seeing that from the reverse now of looking back and watching other people now, which is a crazy part too. I'm seeing other people living their normal life thinking, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't call people out because that's not my place. But I'm seeing people doing things that I used to do thinking, ugh, how can you do that? And then, then I have a little spark of recognition of, that was you. You were doing that. And it hurts me. It hits me deep. It hits you in the feels. So you're thinking oh my God, why didn't somebody else step in and tell me you're killing yourself. You're killing yourself. I probably wouldn't have listened, but you know, hindsight's always 2020. But that's enough. This video is becoming way too long. Thank you for joining me. I will see you guys very soon. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.